Liver and onions may not be the most popular dish in America. If you even mention it in conversation, most people will turn up their noses. But for my big brother Tim and me, liver and onions was one of our favorites. Even much later in our lives, we viewed liver and onions with the eyes of two voracious omnivores. That's why, this time of year, Chef Blondie always makes Julia Child's liver and onions in honor of my big brother Tim.
Hello, my friends. Chef Blondie here. The purpose of our test kitchen is to find the very best recipes and to help you get the most out of them. Now, you may or may not think highly of liver and onions, but if you're willing to try a recipe that just might change your mind, you should try out Julia Child's liver and onions from her book, The Way to Cook. We've made it many times here at Serendipity Farmhouse, and we think it's the best recipe out there. As you will see in this video, it's very important how you source the liver you use. Trust me on this one. So let's find out what makes Julia's recipe so much better than the rest. Bon appetit! Slice about 3 cups of onions. This will be enough for the garnishing of 4 to 6 servings. Julia's recipe calls for butter or oil, but I like to use both. The butter gives it a little bit more flavor. So we'll heat up the pan, get it all melted down, and then we're going to get these onions going. About 15 minutes. It's nice and hot, so now we're going to add these onions. And let me get them sautéed a little bit. You know, I've always loved liver and onions. I don't know about you guys, but, you know, some people just don't like the taste of liver. But if you try this recipe, the vermouth just does something to the liver. It makes it so tender and so flavorful. You know, I would just give it a try. And of course, it has to be New Orleans crab because of Julia. One little side note about Julia, when she was cooking, she would always have herself an inverted martini. Look it up. Okay, these look like they're doing pretty good, so I'm going to reduce the heat a little. Cover then. And set my timer. Okay, 15. Here we go. Okay, our 15 minutes are up. So now we'll take the lid off. And then we're gonna try to caramelize them for about 5 minutes. Oh, they're looking great. Oh, yeah. Oh, now I got to put a little bit of salt on them. Turn up the heat some. There we go. All right, let's see. Let's just do 4. Now, once these are caramelized, we'll take them out, put them in a bowl, and then we'll start our liver. Yeah, and liver only cooks for a minute or 2 on each side. It doesn't cook long. Our onions are looking wonderful. They're nice and caramelized, and we just have a few more seconds to go, and we'll get them out. You know, we do this recipe every year about this time, especially for hubby's brother who passed away some years ago. But his favorite dish was liver and onions, and he and I had many conversations about liver and onions. So in honor of Tim, we do this for you. And I really think you would love this recipe. Oh, it smells so good. Just before sautéing, season the liver on both sides with a sprinkling of salt and pepper. And dredge in the flour, shaking off excess. Gosh, I don't want to buy this anymore. Okay. I thought it was a good deal. It's just in strips. Set the frying pan over high heat and film with a 1/16 inch of clarified butter or butter and oil. When very hot, lay in the liver and sauté 1 minute on each side. Scrape the onions over the liver, pour in the vermouth and stock, raise heat, and boil rapidly, basting the liver with the sauce as it thickens lightly. A little bit of dried parsley. I don't have any fresh, but this should be okay. There we go. All right, let's take some out, and that's my saver. Let's see what we've got here. Like I said, you know, you source your liver. All right, let's see. Well, it's tender. It's good. It's Julia's liver and onions. No matter where you get your liver from, It's still very, very tasty, and I love it. And Tim, love you too. Bon appetit.